we're going to learn about posting from the general journal to the general ledger. So once you have your general journal entries done, and I'm using the example of problem 4.2a, so we have gone in and entered our general journal entries. We have October 1, where the owner put cash into his business. So it's time to post. So what we do is we go, okay, we're going to go to the cash account. We're going to put the date, which is October 1. Whoops. 1. And where did we get this information? Well, we got it from General Journal. General Journal, page 1. And it was a debit for $60,000. So we bring across our balance to show a debit of $60,000. So now we have a balance in our cash account of $60,000. Now, then and only then do you go back to your posting reference in your journal and you enter the number of the account, which was 101. So we enter account number 101 to show that we have posted the debit part of that entry in the general ledger. Then we go to the second part of the entry, which is the credit part. And we have Sotillo Ritchie Capital, and we have to go down to his account 301, put the date, which was October 1. And since this is the capital account, it is increased with credit. So we enter $60,000 as a credit, and he has a balance of $60,000. Where do we get this information? General Journal, page 1. Once we have done that, we take the account number and go back to the General Journal and enter it 301. And we have completed posting the first entry. Then we go to the next entry, rent expense. Alright, so we're going to go down to our rent expense account in our general ledger. We're going to enter the date, October 2nd. Where did we get this information? General Journal, page 1. And rent expense is expense, so it has a debit, $3,000. So now we have a balance of $3,000 in debit balance in our rent expense. Then we take the account number for rent expense and go back to the journal and enter it. This is the procedure you must use for all posting. Then we look at the credit part, which is cash. So we go back up to cash, enter our date on the 2nd. Where do we get it? General Journal, page 1. And it was a credit to cash. So now we have a $3,000 credit. And we subtract the $3,000 because it's a credit from the debit balance. And we end up with $57,000 now in our cash account. Then we go back to the General Journal, enter posting reference to show that we have completed that entry. Then we would go to the next entry. You do this throughout your whole entries. We would go to the office equipment account because office equipment on the 5th, $15,000. So October 5th. Where do we get it? General Journal, page 1. We bought equipment, $15,000 debit. So we have a balance of $15,000. You can put the decimals or not. Then you go back to take the 141, your office equipment account, and you put your number in to show that you have completely posted the debit part. Then we go to the credit part, find our accounts payable account, which enter the date, October 5th. Where do we get it? General Journal, page 1. And we have a credit to the accounts payable because we did not pay cash, and it becomes a liability, so we do not have So we have a credit balance and it's entered as a credit. Take the account number, go back to your general journal and enter it. These are the steps for every time that you are posting entries. You must start with your debit part of each entry, go to the general ledger account, put where you got it, posting reference, general journal, put whether it was a debit or a credit, it was a debit, carry it across to your balance column. Then go to the credit part of the same entry, and then go back and put your account number. Then go back to the credit part, take it over, put it in your ledger account, and then come back and put the account number. This is a procedure you must use for all postings